please do not do for your biceps. Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. The OG of tier list is back. And this time we're going to do 22 best bicep exercises from Men's Health, right? So you guys know me. I love simplicity, right? I cannot stand the fitness industry for that very reason, right? They love to overcomplicate shit because that's what makes you come back, right? Think about it. A confused person is the best buyer. If they want you to keep buying their products, they have to confuse you, right? Because if you're confused, you're always going to second guess the decisions, right? So that's what I'm here for, guys. That's why I love tier lists, right? You guys know I love the Pareto principle. 20% of your efforts should lead to 80% of the outcomes. Focus on the 20% that gives you 80% of the results, right? So I live my life based on the Pareto principle. For every 5 things, there's always one that's going to give you 80% of the results, right? So that's why I love to simplify things. That's why I love doing tier lists. That's why I like doing top 5 videos, top 10, right? Because I want to undo the confusion. Because remember, the fitness industry is bullshit. It's one of the worst industries in the fucking world. Guys, I know I've been doing this for almost 20 years, right? So I've seen everything come and go. They love to keep you motherfuckers confused, right? So here am I to bring you guys back to the basics. So long story short, send me a request whenever you see a list, whenever somebody makes a top 10, top 20, top 30, send it to me and I'm going to go through all of the bullshit and let you know, based on the Pareto principle, what you should focus on, right? Bringing you back to the basics, keeping it simple, right? You do not need 22 fucking bicep exercises, right? That article, I don't know who wrote it. I don't care. It's 22 best biceps exercises. Are you kidding me? 22 best? If a beginner sees that, where is he going to start with? But anyway, guys, you guys remember the criteria. I'm about to nut. It's best of the best. Fucking amazing. Second best, okay. It's like, okay, it's right there in the middle. Bad, and obviously pure garbage. Again, if you're sensitive, don't watch my videos. Fuck off. I can't stand you guys. I'm straight to the point. If you don't like the word, you don't like nigga, you don't like fuck, if you don't like, just leave, right? Leave. I cannot stand this society. Everyone is so fucking sensitive. People care more about feelings and emotions than results and facts. So, all right, now the disclaimer's out of the way, let's get started. So I'm looking at the article right now. By the way, it's on Men's Health, right? So you guys should just Google it. So let's start with whoever this fucker is. Let's start what he has at number 1. Oh, by the way, the criteria that I'm going to use to rank these exercises is very simple. I'm going to use 5 criteria, right? Number 1, it has to be simple. Like I said, I believe in simplicity, right? Number 1, it has to be simple. It has to be a simple fucking exercise. I hate all these complicated movements. Number 2, the majority of the tension has to be on the actual target muscle. So if it's a biceps exercise, I want the majority of the tension to be on the goddamn biceps, right? That's why I love the pump so much, right? Because it's subjective. If you're doing an exercise, if you're doing a biceps exercise and you're getting a pump in your fucking lower back, ditch that exercise or something's wrong with your form, right? Number 3, it has to be accessible, right? Because guys, an exercise on your program, you want to be able to progressive overload over time, obviously, right? Because like I always say, progressive overload does not build muscle. It's the result that you're building muscle, or it's the result that you're adapting on a neural level to the exercise, right? So I want movements that I can progressively overload over time because that's showing me that my program is working, right? So it has to be an exercise that's easy to progressive overload, but it also has to be accessible, right? Because if it's not accessible, if it's an exercise that you can only use at a certain gym, what happens if you move? What happens if you're halfway through your goddamn program and you got to move to a different state? Or me, I travel a lot. Imagine I have to go to Florida. Imagine I have to go visit friends or visit my sister, and I go to some shitty ass gym and the exercise is not there. Now my whole program is fucked up, right? So you want exercises that are easily accessible. There are some exercises that I fucking love, but not every gym has those, so I can't put them on the program. Number 4, like I just mentioned earlier, it has to be easy to progressive overload. It has to be an exercise that has what I call a long runway. I don't want an exercise that after 3 months I already maxed out the fucking machine and now I'm like, okay, now what? I want an exercise I could do for 10, 20, 30 years, right? Because again, you should be lifting for the majority of your life. I quit bodybuilding back in 2014, 2015, but I'm still lifting, right? For obviously mental reasons, mental health, physical health, whatever. So you want an exercise you could lift you could use for the rest of your fucking life. And last but not least, maximum stretch. You guys know me. The OGs know me, guys. See, it's funny how the fitness industry, once again, is 10 years fucking behind. And now they want to talk about the importance of the stretch. You dumb fucks. I've been telling you guys about this for over 10 years. My entire program, HSP Training, is centered around the stretch-mediated hypertrophy, the lengthened position. I've built my entire program, HSP Training, around the weighted stretch. It's literally the most important. If you're doing full body, it's the most important day. If you're doing bro split upper lower, it's the most important lift, because I believe you don't need more than 3 exercises per muscle. You could build a lot of muscle with just 1 exercise. 3, you don't need more than 3. That's why I have HSP, right? Heavy stretch pump. But as I said a million times, the stretch one is the most important. And now, the experts are fucking 10 years late to the party. I can't stand the fitness industry, guys. They'll call you an idiot. They'll make fun of you. But then 10 years later, they're going to finally be like, oh, yeah, this motherfucker was right. But then they won't even give you credit. All right. So these are the 5 criteria that I'm going to use. Is it simple? Does it put the maximum, the majority of the tension on the muscle? Is it accessible? Is it easy to progressive overload? Does it have a long runway? And last but not least, does it allow you to train the muscle in a stretch position? Does it put a good stretch on the muscle? Now, of course, I know the guys who like to overcomplicate shit are going to be like, not every muscle benefits from stretch-mediated hypertrophy. Suck my dick, bro. I'm so tired of you guys complicating shit. Train the muscle in the stretch position if you can. All right. We're not going to sit there and fucking look at cadavers and open your body up and see, oh, do the sarcomeres go this way or that way? Come on. All right. So let's get started. Number 1, that had standing dumbbell curl. Is it simple? Yeah, it's simple. Does it put most of the tension on the actual muscle? Yes. Is it accessible? Absolutely. You could do a standing dumbbell curl anywhere. Is it easy to progressive overload? Does it have a long runway? Absolutely. It's going to be very hard for you to max out on standing dumbbell curls, right? And does it put a maximum stretch on the muscle? Not really, right? It obviously allows you to stretch the muscle at the bottom if you keep your arms straight, but not a maximum stretch, right? So I'm going to put that one at fucking amazing because it actually meets 4 of the 5 criteria. Next in line is the hammer curl. Now, the thing about the hammer curl is obviously it's going to hit the bicep, but it's also going to hit the brachialis, which is very important, obviously, if you want to have a complete arm. A lot of people neglect the brachialis, which is why from the side, it looks like they don't, even from the front, it makes your arm looks wider. So is it simple? Yes. Does it put most of the tension on the actual muscle? Well, if you're thinking about the brachialis, then yeah, and it also hits the bicep. So I'll give it a pass. Is it accessible? Absolutely. Is it easy to progressive overload, or does it have a long runway? Absolutely. Does it train the brachialis or the biceps in a stretch position? Again, a maximum stretch? Not really. So once again, fucking amazing. It hits 4 out of 5. Next, we have the incline dumbbell curl. Oof, you guys already know where this is gonna go. One of my favorite exercises. Guys, when I was deep into bodybuilding, when I was obsessed with bodybuilding, this exercise helped me out so much. But anyway, is it simple? Yeah, it's simple. Does it put most of the tension on the muscle? Absolutely. Is it accessible? Yes. It's easy to get a bench, in most gyms. Can you progressive overload? Absolutely. And does it train the muscle in the lengthened portion? Absolutely. I love this exercise. It's going to go in I'm about to nut category. If you're doing HSP training, you're already doing this on the stretch day. Or if you're doing, again, the bro split version of HSP training, you're obviously doing it for the stretch portion. All right. So whoever wrote this article, so far so good, right? So far so good. I'm not going to go for the jugular here. All right. Next, the Zottman curl. Get the fuck out of here. See, there you go, right? I hate shit like this, right? Is it simple? No, it's not fucking simple, right? Zottman curl is not simple. Does it put most of the tension on the actual muscle? No, because you're hitting the biceps, then the forearms, the extensor flexors. Like, come on. No. It's going to spread out the tension a little too much. If you suck at the exercise, is it because of your biceps? Is it because of the forearms? Like, come on. I don't like that, right? I like simple exercises. So it's not simple. It doesn't put most of the tension on the actual muscle. Is it accessible? Yeah, obviously, as long as you have dumbbells. Does it have a long mouth, a long runway to progressive overload? Yeah, it does, Again, it's dumbbells. And does it put the muscle in the maximum? No, it doesn't, right? So I'm going to put that one at, let's see, it has, how the fuck I remember, what was it? Did it have 1? Was it missing? It's missing 3 things. I'm going to put that one at bad. I'm not going to put that pure garbage. I'm going to put that bad, right? Because it's missing 3 things. Like, come on, bro. Next, The barbell bent over row. Are you fucking kidding me? Right? Keep in mind, this is for biceps. Now, does the barbell row hit your biceps? Of course it does. But beating my meat hits my biceps. Does that mean it's gonna be a great exercise? Right? No. Right? So is it simple? Not really. The barbell row, as much as I love it for back, right? As much as I love it for back, it's not simple when it comes to biceps, right? And keep in mind, in this picture, he's using an overhand grip, which makes it even worse. If at least do an underhand grip, right? So no, it's not simple for biceps, and most beginners can't even do it correctly, right? Because remember, this is not a chest supported row. This is a standard bent over row. So now the lower back is a limiting factor and stuff like that. So number one, it's not simple. Number two, it does not put most of the tension on the actual muscle, right? Your lower back is gonna be involved. Your lats is a limiting factor. Your rhomboids and mid traps and even upper traps to an extent are a limiting factor. Your forearm is a limiting factor. What the fuck, bro? Even your hamstrings, are a limiting factor in this exercise. So, is it accessible? Yes, it is. Most gyms have, barbells. Is it easy to progressive overload? Not really, right? Because again, your lower back will always be a limiting factor. Even if this was a back tier list, it's not easy to progressive. I mean, the runway is long because you could keep adding weight, but eventually your lower back is going to be a limiting factor. And does it put a maximum stretch on the biceps? No. So this one's going to go to pure garbage, guys. Pure garbage. Again, this is for biceps. If this was for back, it would be a lot higher. Obviously, you guys know that. Watch my tier list on back. So yeah, pure garbage. If you have bent over row in your program for biceps, that is, again, for biceps, whoever made that program can just off themselves, right? Oh shit, I'm gonna get canceled for that. No, do not off yourself, because I know everyone takes everything literally at face value. That's not what I meant. You can still fuck off though. So once again, no, I do not recommend that you commit suicide because you design horrible programs. Because again, guys, this is the society we live in, right? Everyone's gonna take everything literally. Megan said you should kill yourself. God, people are so soft today. All right, next, chin up. Ooh, this one is tough because you guys know. All right, number one, is it simple? Not really, right? Chin up is not simple. Again, if you're intermediate and advanced, of course, it's simple to us, but not to a beginner. It's not simple. And again, it's for biceps. Does it put most of the tension on the actual muscle? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Let's be honest here. Yeah, it hit your biceps like crazy. I made a lot of videos about how chin-ups are amazing for biceps, but for somebody who's only trying to grow their biceps, I will not program chin-ups. And if somebody's trying to grow their back and their biceps, then holy fuck, yeah, I'm gonna put this one in one of the highest tiers. But for a beginner who just wants to grow their biceps, no, right? I'm gonna program something else for biceps. So is it simple for a beginner? Not really. Does it put most of the tension on the actual muscle? No, right? It's gonna hit the biceps. Don't get me wrong, right? But it's also gonna hit the lats and the mid back and things like that, and even the abs. So it's a great overall exercise, but not for pure biceps, right? And again, remember, most beginners can't even do 5 pull-ups or even 4. So God forbid, I try to get them to do enough reps or enough volume. Number 3, is it accessible? Yeah, it's accessible. Progressive overload runway, absolutely, right? You could just keep adding, weights, right? You could use a belt. And does it allow you to maximally stretch the biceps? Absolutely, guys. Like if you've been doing chin-ups, you know what I'm talking about. That shit will stretch the fuck out of your biceps as long as you hang at the bottom. So it's good as far as maximum stretch, easy to progressive overload. As far as the runway, it's accessible, so that's already 3. But it's losing 2 points, right? Because it's not simple, right? For most beginners, that is. And trust me, I've been doing this for years, guys. I've seen a lot of people do it horribly. And it does not put the most of the tension on the actual muscle. So I'm going to put that okay, right? I'm going to put that okay. I love it too much to put it at bad or pure garbage, even though this is a biceps list. All right, next. The regular easy bar, right? So is it simple? Yes, it's simple. Does it put most of the tension on the actual muscle? Yes. Is it accessible? Not really. Believe it or not, some gyms don't even have it. Don't even have an easy bar. Is it easy to progressive overload? Is the runway long enough? Not really, because a lot of the easy bars, but again, it depends. If your gym has the actual easy bar, then yes, easy to progressive overload, right? But if the gym has those weights that already come with the weight attached to the fucking easy bar, right? Then it's not easy to progressive overload, right? Because after a while, those cap out at, depending on the gym, they stop at 80 pounds, 100 pounds. I've seen some gyms where they stop at like 60 or 70 pounds. So the progressive overload part, it really depends on if your gym has the actual empty bar. Maximum stretch, no. So again, so let's see what this one has. It's simple. So that's one. Tension on the muscle. That's two. On the target, muscle, that is. Accessible, not really. Progressive overload, not really. Maximum. So I'm gonna put that one at. Man, this is a tough one. I don't want to put it at bad. So I'm gonna put it at okay, right? Mainly because of the whole like, hey, does your gym have the empty bar or not? That really depends. I'm gonna put that one at okay for that reason. Next, underhand seated row. Are you fucking kidding me? I can't believe he put that on the list, right? Underhand seated row. So is it simple? Sorta, kinda, right? Because for somebody who's advanced, they could do it with great form. A beginner, their back has to be right. They have to retract their shoulder. I mean, trust me, I've seen it. Beginners are gonna struggle with that. So no, it's not really simple. For us, it is. For beginners, it's not. Number two, does it put most of the tension on the actual muscle? Fuck no. Obviously, it's gonna hit the biceps a little bit, but it's gonna hit your rhomboids, your mid traps, a little bit of your lats, depending on your elbow position. Progressive overload. There's a limited runway. Right? Because once you max out that stack, which is easy, by the way, if you have a well-designed program, you fucked, right? There's not much you could do once you max out the stack. Is it accessible? Not every gym has cable machines, believe it or not, guys. Trust me, I've traveled a lot, train at hotels. Not every gym has cables. And if they do, a lot of times, not many gyms have cables that go up to 200 pounds, 250 pounds. So this one I'm going to put at bad, man. Like, come on. And obviously, last but not least, maximum stretch. It does not allow you to, put a maximum stretch on your biceps. So I'm going to put that one at bad. I was going to put that pure garbage, but, no. Now, again, if somebody's short on time, if I'm designing a program for a person who's short on time and they want to hit back and biceps at the same time, then yeah, I'm literally going to program that because it's like 2-3 birds with one stone, right? But for the sake of pure bicep hypertrophy, fuck no. Next, reverse grip, reverse curl, straight ball, whatever. Are you kidding me? Once again, is it simple? Yes, it's simple. We'll give it that, right? Most tension on the actual muscle, fuck no, right? Your biceps are not going to be, in a position to exert maximum force. Is it accessible? Yeah. Progressive overload, good. Maximum stretch, no. So I'm going to put that one at bad, right? Right? We're not training your brachioradialis. You're training your goddamn biceps, right? There's a reason why you're weaker on the lift, right, compared to the standard barbell curl. So we want most of the tension on the target muscle. Next, concentration curl. All right, is it simple? Yes, it is. Does it put the majority of the tension on the actual muscle? Yes. Is it accessible? Yes, as long as you have dumbbells and you could sit somewhere. Yes. Progressive overload runway. Yes, right? You trust me, you're not going to max out the dumbbell rack soon with these. Does it allow you to put a maximum stretch on the bicep? Yes and no. Yes and no, right? Because if you straighten your arm completely, then yeah, you're gonna get that stretch, but you're not gonna get that long head stretch, that you get on the incline curl. So I'm gonna put that at fucking amazing, believe it or not, because again, I gotta be objective, right? It checks everything on the list, sorta, kinda. Next, twisting dumbbell curl, standing, of course. Is it simple? Yes. Most tension on the actual muscle? Yes. Because obviously your bicep can also rotate your arm. Is it accessible? Yes. Progressive overload runway, good. Maximum stretch, not really. So again, fucking amazing. I gotta be objective. Next, prone dumbbell spider curl. Is it simple? No, it's not. It's not simple. Keep in mind, guys, I've done all of these exercises. I'm pretty sure, depending on the person, I could program any of these into your program, right? There's no such thing as a bad exercise if the context, makes sense, right? So I don't want to shit on this exercise too much because, to be honest, I get a great fucking pump out of it. So it's good for pump day. And I can explain why in a different video. But again, let's stick to the checklist. Is it simple? Sorta, kinda. Again, intermediates have no issue with it. Beginners, they're, it's iffy. Most tension on the actual muscle? Yes, because again, your back is not a limiting factor, right? I don't have to worry about you, fucking using too much body English. Is it accessible? Sorta, kinda. If your gym has a bench, yes. If your gym does not have a bench, and trust me, there are gyms who don't have an incline bench, right? They don't have the benches that you can, incline. Some gyms have the incline bench, but you can't adjust it, right? So as far as is it accessible? Not really, because again, it depends on your gym. It depends on where you're traveling to, what hotel you're staying at. So that's why I'm not comfortable with putting that on the program unless I know the person is going to be in the same place for a long fucking time. Progressive overload, of course. Maximum stretch, not really, right? So I'm going to put that one at okay. Right? I'm going to put that one at okay because, it already missed out on, what was it, 2 or 3 things? I don't fucking know. So I'm going to put it at okay, right? There's no way I'm going to put it at bad. No way, because I actually enjoy that exercise. All right, great for pump day. But I prefer you guys use cables and machines on pump day for the reasons I explained. Or again, I keep saying pump day, assuming you're doing full body. But if you're doing a standard split on the pump portion of HSP. Next, bend forward easy bar curl. Come on, guys. Come on. Here we go again with the bullshit. Is it simple? No, it's not fucking simple, right? It's not simple to beginners, that is, right? Because then I got to worry about guys, another reason why I like simple things is because beginners, some people that have anxiety, love to overcomplicate shit. So if you give them an exercise that's not simple, as a coach, guys, I've been doing this for so fucking long, you will have people asking you the most ridiculous fucking questions. Should I bend forward at a 43.6 degree angle or a 45.8 degree angle? Should my foot be 1 inch forward? Like, what the fuck, bro? That will ask you the most ridiculous questions instead of just keeping it simple and doing a lift. So that's why I love simple exercises, because you cannot overcomplicate a simple exercise, right? This one, I'm going to get so many questions. So anyway, so is it simple? No. Most of the tension on the actual muscle, not really, because as you start to go heavier and heavier, your lower back kicks in. Is it accessible? Yes. Progressive overload runway is good. Again, depending on what you're using. And maximum stretch, no. So I'm gonna put that one at bad. Fuck that, man. I'm gonna put that one at bad because I already know people are gonna overcomplicate this one, right? It's not simple. It doesn't put most of the tension on the actual muscle, right? Because your lower back is a limiting factor, especially if you try to do it after high volume deadlifts. And then again, no maximum stretch. Next, inverted row. Kiss my ass, bro. Again, this is biceps. This is for biceps, right? I love calisthenics as much as the next guy, but this is for biceps. Is it simple? No, it's not simple. Because again, beginners are gonna overanalyze it. Number 2, does it put most of the tension on the actual muscle? No. Is it accessible? Also, another reason why I like simple exercise is because the risk of injury is low. You guys know I'm all about longevity, right? So I forgot to mention it earlier, right? Simplicity also means, risk of injury is low. But anyway, so is it simple? No. Most tension on the actual muscle? No, because again, your back is going to come into place, and if you back dominant, obviously it's going to be pretty much all back. Accessible? Yeah. I mean, it's kind of easy to most gyms should allow you to do this. Easy to progress a little? Fuck no. Because trust me, guys, you're gonna have to put like a fucking place on your stomach or a bunch of crazy shit. No. Maximum stretch? No. So this one's gonna go at bad. It is bad. I wanted to put at pure garbage, but it's gonna go at bad. Right. The only thing that it has going for it is it's accessible. Next, Meadows row. Is it simple? No, because once again, there's so many ways to fuck up this movement. Again, I like movements that you cannot fuck up. So it's not simple. Most tension on the actual muscle? Not really, right? There's a lot of real delts involved. Obviously, some back involvement. Depending on your arm position, it could be upper back or lats or lower lats. Is it accessible? Yeah, it's accessible. Progressive overload runway? No, it's very limited, right? Because after a while, it's like, what else do you do? Once you put enough plates. And maximum stretch? No. So I'm gonna put that one at pure garbage. Pure garbage for biceps. Like, what the fuck, right? If this is back, great, right? But this is a biceps list. Next, the standard barbell curl. Is it simple? Yes. It's fucking simple. It's time tested. Most tension on the actual muscle, sort of, kind of, right? Because depending on how heavy you go, if you go super heavy, then most people start to obviously use their front delts a lot. They start to use a lot of their lower back, But for the most part, you get a lot of tension on the actual muscle, right? If you're doing it right. Is it accessible? Absolutely. You can get a barbell. If a gym doesn't have a barbell, like, what the fuck, man? I'm looking at you, Planet Fitness. Is it easy to progressive overload? Yes. Maximum stretch? No. Right? So I'm going to put that one at fucking amazing, right? I don't want to hear nothing about from the biomechanics idiots. I don't want to hear nothing. Oh, well, but technically your arm is not. It's like, shut up, right? It's just a lot of people build great biceps using barbell curls, right? Does it have some flaws? Of course, but it's not enough for me to put it at okay, right? Now, obviously, it's not better than the dumbbell version, right? Because of imbalances and things like that, and but I'm trying to keep it simple here. Next, He put decline dumbbell curl, but it's really just hammer curls, right? It's literally hammer curls on it's preacher hammer curls if you want to be technical. It's spider hammer curls if you want to be technical, right? So spider hammer curls, come on, is it simple? No, it's not simple, right? It's not simple to beginners. That is. Most tension on the actual muscle. Again, if you're trying to really hit the long head, again, if you're trying to really hit your brachialis, obviously it's gonna hit your biceps as well. Then sure, I give it that. So it's not simple, but most of the tension is on the actual muscle. Is it accessible? Sort of, kind of, depending on the whole bench thing I explained earlier. Progressive with low runway is good. Maximum stretch, not so much. I want to put that one at okay, right next to the other version. Next, we have cable rope hammer curl. Again, same thing. Is it simple? Yes. You can't possibly fuck this up, guys. Come on. Even the guys who overanalyze shit. Number two, most tension on the actual muscle. Again, yeah, if you're trying to really emphasize your brachialis, as well as your biceps too, right? Two, accessible. Again, it depends, right? Nowadays, I think most gyms should have cable attachment. So fine, I'm gonna say accessible, but actually, no, I'm not gonna give it accessible because some gyms may have the cable machine, but they don't always have the rope. I also don't like when an exercise requires me to share too much. Let's say you go to a packed gym. Sometimes it's hard to get the rope. First of all, it's hard to get the cable in a packed gym, right? The cable station is always taken. You got the girl string, their fucking glutes with 90 fucking sets. You got guys doing crossovers. So number one, it's usually hard to even get the cable machine. And if you do get it, now you got to get the goddamn rope, which sometimes is taken or some places don't even have it, right? So, no, I'm not going to give it the accessible point for that one. Progressive overload, again, not really, because trust me, it's very easy. We're very strong on the hammer curl, right? Most men, right? So it's very easy to max out the whole machine, and now you kind of stuck. So I want to put that one at, fuck, I don't want to put that bad, but I'm going to put that bad. I'm sorry, I'm going to put that bad because no maximum stretch. Progressive overload is iffy, right? If you've been lifting for years, you're going to max that shit out so fast. Accessibility is an issue. The only thing it has is the simplicity and tension on the muscle. So I'm going to put that one at bad. But again, that doesn't mean it's a bad exercise. It just means based on the criteria that I have here, it does not hold a candle to these guys up here. All right, next. Seated cable row. Come on, guys. Like, why does he have that on the fucking list? Is it simple? No, because beginners are going to struggle with form and back and body English and scapular retraction and all that shit, right? So no, it's not simple, right? To beginners, that is. Does it put most of the tension on the actual muscle? Of course not, right? Your lats, your rhomboids, your mid-traps are going to kick in. Is it accessible? Sort of, kind of, even though some hotel gyms don't fucking have it. So I'm going to give it a 50-50 for accessible. Progressive overload, again, trust me, it's going to be very easy. If you live for years, after 2 to 3 years, depending on your program or whatever, and your genetics, it's going to be easy to max that shit out, man. And maximum stretch, no. So I'm going to put that one at pure garbage for biceps. I'm sorry, pure garbage, right? Again, for biceps. If this was back, it would be a lot higher. I have to say this because there's always some fucking idiot in my comment section. It's a great exercise for back, though. But this is a fucking biceps list, bitch. Like, come on, right? These straw man comments, man. All right, next. You won't believe this shit, guys. This motherfucker put overhead press. Overhead fucking press. I don't care that, he's supinating his arm and making it like an Arnold, whatever. He put overhead press on the best biceps exercise. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't care if it hits a little bit of your biceps. Once again, beating your meat is going to hit your biceps to an extent, but you're not going to program that, right? I'm not going to tell you to beat your meat with some kind of weight attached to your fucking wrist because some EMG study or whatever said that it hits your biceps. So, no, right? Is it simple? No, it's not. Most tension on the actual muscle? No, it's not. Is it accessible? Yeah. Progressive overload runway is kind of iffy because after a while, again, you're standing. So, as you go heavier and heavier, now your abs, your core, even your legs become a limiting factor. Maximum stretch, no. So pure garbage. I wish there was something lower than pure garbage. Oh, my God. Please do not do overhead press for your biceps. Next, towel grip pull-up. Oh, my Lord. Dear fucking Odin, are you kidding me? Towel grip pull-up. Number one, is it simple? Fuck no. Most tension on the actual muscle? Fuck no. Right? Because again, your back is a limiting factor. Your grip too? The fuck? Is it accessible? Oh, fuck. Oh, God. It has 1 point. It's accessible. Because I'm pretty sure all of you motherfuckers have towels, right? Progressive overload runway, no, because even if you add weight to, like a belt, eventually your grip is gonna, no. Maximum stretch, no. Like, this is below pure garbage. Below pure garbage. In the Hades of pure garbage. And last but not least, I think that's, resistance, bend, curls. So is this simple? No, because I know somebody's gonna overcomplicate that. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Some anxiety having motherfucker who overanalyzes shit, some technically disguised, not really blue motherfucker is gonna overcomplicate this. So no, it's not simple because they're gonna say, "Oh, should my feet be 3 inches apart or 12 feet apart?" So no, it's not simple. Most tension on the actual muscle, sure, cute. I give you that. Is it accessible? I mean, yeah, right. You got access to Amazon. You could buy one of those motherfuckers. Travel with it. So fine, it's accessible. Progressive overload runway, fuck no, it fails, right? And I don't want to hear motherfuckers saying, "Oh, you could just do this or you could do that." Too much. Nope. Maximum stretch, no. So once again, I'm gonna put that. I don't want to put that pure garbage because God forbid, nothing is worse than this exercise here. So I'm gonna put it at bad. All right, and that's it, guys. There goes your tier list. Look. Simplifying biceps training, right? I'm about to nut. You have incline curl, right? Fucking amazing. You have these exercises here. So that gives us what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6. Remember I told you guys you don't need more than 3 exercises per muscle. And when I say per muscle, I'm talking about like a specific muscle region. So that upper chest, lower pecs, biceps, so that's what I mean when I say muscle. I don't mean like your whole back. If I say back is not a muscle. Back is a combination of muscles, right? So as far as biceps go, you don't need more than 3. So pick up to 3 based on I'm about to nut category and fucking amazing, right? Again, HSP Training is the best fucking program ever, right? I don't give a fuck because it's free. It's free. So the guys who want to buy my shit, you guys already know it's only to support the channel because you can have all of my shit for free. That's literally what I believe in. For the last 10 plus years, I've stayed true to that. I have nothing for sale that you cannot get for free. Right? I wish every fucking fitness motherfucker would do that because that would remove a lot of the bullshit, a lot of the conflicts of interest. So HSP Training, the best program. Year after year, we keep seeing that I was right, literally like 10 years ago. You only need 3, right? In HSP Training, you have your heavy lift, your stretch lift, and your pump lift. Sometimes you could even just use 2 because sometimes you can get a great pump with the stretch lift, and sometimes the heavy lift can even be used as a stretch lift. So as you can see, you don't need 22 biceps exercises to build good biceps, regardless of your genetics. All right, so guys, send me more lists. I don't care if it's an article, I don't care if it's a video. Whenever somebody gives you more than 10 things, send me the goddamn list, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna apply the Pareto principle and show you how you really just need 1 to 5. Right. All right, guys, I'm gonna read the comments. Don't forget to join the Reddit. Don't forget to join by the way, Instagram. I'm going to be a lot more active on Instagram now because I'm really trying to go after all the bullshit that's out there. So join the Instagram, join the Reddit, join the Discord. We have the best fucking community, all focused on self-improvement, no bullshit. You're going to meet a lot of brothers there. And like I said, if you want to support the channel, grab the book. If not, fuck off. I don't need your money. I've been financing this fucking channel myself for the last 10 years. So that's it, guys. Peace. All right, guys, don't forget to like or share the video, subscribe and hit the bell, and buy my HSP Nucleus Overload Training Program. It's the ultimate program for maximum muscle growth. It includes full body workout splits, bro splits, push-pull, home workouts, you name it. Also comes with a complete guide for macros, nutrition, fat loss, muscle growth, hormones, including a meal plan. It's pretty much all my 16 years of experience condensed into one fucking book. You're also going to get free copies of any future edition. So visit team3dalpha.com and you can use the 40% off coupon code Nucleus Overload. Or you could just buy the shit at full price. All right, guys, I'm out of here.